This is the weekly Health Law News Nugget from Southern Health Lawyers. I'm Rich Sanders.
And this is the Health Law News Nugget for the week of July 15th. Well, it's been a crazy busy summer around the Sanders house. I hope that y'all are having a great summer too. As always, health news is unfolding around America and in particular with regard to federal law. This past week, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act of 2010 is back in the news. As we previously reported in the News Nugget, earlier in 2019, a federal district court judge in Texas ruled that the PPACA was unconstitutional after Congress passed a law as part of its tax reform package, eliminating the so-called individual mandate. So Americans no longer have to pay a penalty if they don't own health insurance. Well, the U.S. District Court judge decision was appealed up to the Circuit Court of Appeals. In this case, it's the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals that met last Tuesday in New Orleans to listen to oral arguments regarding the constitutionality of the PPACA. Well, we're not expecting the decision for another couple of weeks, but based on the way the questioning went, it appeared that the court is leaning in favor of supporting the decision from the judge, the federal judge in Fort Worth. The result of that was at the end of last week and Monday, The Hill, which is a periodical from Congress, or Capitol Hill, that talks about congressional activity, is reporting that GOP lawmakers on both the House and Senate side have been meeting furiously for the last week since the Fifth Circuit oral arguments to talk about what to do if ultimately this goes to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court rules it unconstitutional. What kind of GOP plan can be put together? Now, avid News Nugget watchers know that a couple of years ago, when the House, the Senate, and the White House were all in Republican hands, Republicans were unable to come together to develop a plan and implement it to replace the PPACA. So who knows whether this version of the Republican Congress will be able to do the same thing. Only time will tell, and we'll keep you posted here on the News Nugget. I hope you're having a great summer, and we'll be back with you next week. I'm Rich Sanders from Southern Health Lawyers. Have a good evening.